Ja, het wordt nu echt vol een beetje warmer. Hetzelfde thema al 3 keer opgenomen. Ja, dus de fiets.
Me?
No, from me. The list of jobs.
The list of jobs.
One more job to the list of jobs I wanted to be.
A photographer.
No, editor.
What do you want to... Huh?
Why are you upset with him?
It does go there?
Improvised around some subjects, and some subjects we didn't need to improvise around. So sometimes we need to
when to hit and to have all the layers.
Girl, it is full. It is full. I could hardly find a place.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, everyone who was involved, to the board, this beautiful organization, and developers Ring, and the community of literary thinkers and readers here in Utrecht. This is my first time in the Netherlands, and it could not have been a better way to be introduced to this country and to this culture. And I'm deeply humbled and grateful for it. When I was starting out as a writer, I never imagined my work would ever be translated into any language, let alone all these beautiful languages, including Dutch. And I have to thank my Dutch publisher, Holland's Diep, for taking such good care of my work. So thank you so much. I'm so humbled by the spirit of this prize. I'll dive right into the talk, and then I'll say a few words of thanks, and then we can have a conversation. But beforehand, just thank you 1,000 times. This lecture is titled "The Politics of Style: Formal Disobedience as Method." It seems strange, standing before you now, at age 36, having lived with a consciousness of modern life, growing up in the shadow of 9/11, and the fear-mongering which led to an illegal invasion of Iraq in search of weapons of mass destruction that never materialized, that I was once told years ago, when I first began my journey as a writer, that there was such a thing as apolitical literature, and more so, that it might even be preferred. Plato famously banished poets from his Republic, fearing that imaginative writing would corrupt the military or guardian class via excess of emotion. And since Plato's ideal state consisted of roughly 30,000 citizens, losing the armed class that polices a relatively small population to feelings like love, grief, injustice, and existential questioning would severely threaten aristocrats like himself. This led him to formulate early notions of a canon built around literature that would fortify the health of the state and the removal of all works that might corrupt the Republic's stability. His student Aristotle realized that the continual banishment of poets and storytellers was not feasible, especially not across varying epochs, and would lead to chaos and uprisings. Instead of exiling poets, Aristotle proposed using them as agents of catharsis, creating stories that would regularly drain the public's vexation like an abscess.
Clichés, just like Pete said. So instead, let me simply say, Ocean Vuong, a very warm welcome to our city. We live in a complex world, and reality is constantly changing, and not everyone can keep up. Our society is marked by inequality, and the divide between rich and poor is growing, and opportunities are unequally distributed. Many people feel unseen, here in the city as well, and many feel unheard. And that's precisely why it is so important to keep searching for connection, for mutual understanding. And as an element, this is what I strive for, to make sure Utrecht remains a place where everyone can feel at home. And of course, this is not something that me or my colleagues can do on our own. We must do that together. And working in the cultural sector, I see how vital the contribution of artists is to that goal. With their imagination, they make the experiences of others tangible and accessible, and they invite
of anything other than, quote, lucid prose. But why, I wondered, should prose be transparent? I recall, while taking an art history class at Brooklyn College, learning how Van Gogh, deciding his brush was no longer suitable for articulating the human presence in his paintings, started scraping his paint tubes directly onto the canvas. This act of formal rupture felt incredibly honest and capacious to me. And I asked myself whether I, a young poet, could write in a way that would preserve the effortful presence of a human maker behind my sentences. Having taught writing now for 11 years, and having the privilege of mentoring hundreds of students, while also publishing in both independent and mainstream presses, I have witnessed how culture, influenced by profit, shuns the burgeoning writer's spark for innovation and risk-taking. At every juncture in a young novelist's career, they are told to conform to the conventional standards or else risk losing the ever-so-slim chance of publication. Their prose forcibly pruned to something recognizable, with precedence. If their teachers don't force them into this mold, soon their friends and peers will. And if not their peers, their agent will. And if not her, then the editor, who must, of course, work closely with sales and accounting. The stranger a work is, the higher the risk. The more risk, the more conservative the editing. Of course, there are always outliers. But by and large, a writer with a distinct style or voice must survive these many checkpoints intact.
Happy birthday to you. You need to hurry, darling.
Happy birthday
Day to you. Happy birthday.
of our situation. No one.
Ja. En is het English? Dan heb ik proeven welke chocolade.
Is dat zo met samen gegaan of niet? Ja, het stinkt echt naar dode mensen. En dan nog wat.